You're watching Update 10 on Typhoon Noul. Philippine name was Dodong. Winds of 90 miles per hour and a pressure of 963 millibars are the latest update. That's now a Category 1 storm on the Saffir-Simpson-Hogan scale. Positions 23 degrees north, 123.5 degrees east, and it's weakened substantially in the last 24 to 48 hours. The storm's expected to move towards the northeast rather quickly, near the Japanese islands, the Yaeyama, Miyako and Okinawa islands in particular, under real threat from this storm as a typhoon, and then it will continue towards the northeast as a tropical storm and probably be transitioning by the time it makes its closest approach to the Tokyo area in around 36 hours from now or slightly less. Taiwan has probably seen its closest approach from the storm. Also heavy rainfall is the main threat there. But you can see there on the map, it's quite far away from the Philippines now. The threat there is pretty much over. Signal 1 warnings are still in effect for their northern islands though. Heavy rain advisories in effect for eastern parts of Taiwan, and now you can see all the warnings in Japan as well. Storm warnings in effect for Yaeyama, Miyako and Okinawa islands, and gale advisories in effect for many other areas, the Daito Islands, the Amami Islands, and further north as well, extending all the way into Kyushu and Honshu and Shikoku too. So almost halfway up Japan we have some sort of warnings here and there in association with not only this storm but a frontal system further north. Sea surface temperatures are looking fairly warm, around 28 degrees Celsius, though that is going to decrease substantially very soon. By the time it reaches Okinawa it will be below the 26 degree threshold required. Here's the wind shear map. You can see high amounts of wind shear very close to the storm, though not quite where it is just yet, but that's going to possibly be the end of the storm by the time it moves further northeast. It's not looking so hot on the water vapor imagery either. Look at that. No real eye or anything like that now. Dry air to the west and to the southeast. Here's the latest satellite imagery then, the floater imagery, and how it's been progressing in the past few hours from NOAA. And you can see how it barely looks like a typhoon, to be honest, doesn't it? But you can see how it's been progressing towards the northeast, and heavy rainfall, and looks like a big blow up of thunderstorms to the north side of the storm, which is where those southernmost Japanese islands are, probably experiencing some pretty torrential downpours right now. And inclement conditions, but you can see how it perhaps is being squeezed by the dry air on either side of the storm. It's certainly become very elongated north to south. This is how it progressed. This is how it looked when it made landfall on Luzon nearly 2 days ago now, and that was a visible image from yesterday over the Batanes Islands, and now the latest image will show you what it looks like right now. It looks like that. That's just east of Taiwan. So it's certainly deteriorating, but still remains a threat. As of 2 PM UTC on May the 11th, this is what the situation is around the world. What's left of Anna is still around in North Carolina and is going to move towards the northeast. We also, of course, have Typhoon Noul and Tropical Storm Dolphin, which may well become a Category 3 storm when it passes Guam in around 4 or 5 days' time. 29 tropical storms have formed so far in 2015 around the world. Noul was number 27. 17 have become Category 1 hurricanes or their equivalents around the world, and 11 have gone on to become Category 3 storms with winds of 115 miles per hour or higher. Noul, of course, being number 11. It also was the 5th storm in 2015 to become a Category 5. You can follow Force 13 on any of our outlets. The website force13.com is under renovation at the moment, I usually say. That should hopefully be online in about a week or two. You can also follow us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. Search Force 13 on there. You can also speak to me personally on Skype, add Fool13 for tropical weather chat on there, and to join our chat room where we have fellow storm trackers discussing the latest information. We may also be live later today if conditions warrant. We'll let you know on Facebook and Twitter when we have a link or a time for that show. If it is going to go ahead, we don't know yet. But until then, stay tuned. That's all for now.